Okay, week 11, going to go through questions 1, 2, 3, and 5. I'm going to skip 4 um, on this review sheet until we go over it in class. So let's look at number 1. It says, write an expression to represent the picture. And then you see, this is something that we did first unit of the year. So it's been a while, but it still should be a review. Okay, so we have to write the expression to represent this whole picture here. Okay, so again, we can look here. We have 6 individual blocks on the outside, and then we have this array right here. Okay, so let's look at it a little bit closer. So this picture kind of looks like what you have on your paper. Now, what we have to remember is we have to focus on this right here. What is this? What is this showing us right here? This array. Okay, so just as a review, first let's go across the top. How many units do we have across the top? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 going across the top. Now, how many do I have going down the side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 there. So what we need to do is this is the same thing as multiplication. I have 4 here and 6 going down. So if I wanted to find out how many I had all together, I would multiply. Okay, I don't need to solve it for this problem, but if I did want to solve it, if I wanted to find out how many blocks or squares I have inside here, I would multiply 6 times 4. Okay, so that's what this represents. So 4 times 6. Now, I have these individuals loose on the outside here. So that means I am going to add. So this would be the same thing as adding these to this array. So in this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to add 6. Okay, so I have 6 plus 4 times 6. And on the back, you're going to have one just like this. So number 11 is just like this problem. So you're going to solve it the exact same way. So your answer for number 1 is 4 plus 4 times 6. Let's look at number 2. Number 2 is what is the next term in the pattern below. So you have 45, 36, 27, 18, and then we need to figure out the next one. So let's look at it a little bit closer. Okay, so when I first look at this pattern, what I want to determine is, if I going from big to small, small to big, that's going to help me out. So I know I'm going from 45 to 36 to 27 to 18 and then to whatever the next number is. So I know I am decreasing in numbers. Okay, so that tells me I can do 2 things. Well, 3. I could use subtraction. I could divide to go smaller, or I could do a combination of 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if subtraction works first. So I'm going to figure out how did they get from 45 to 36. Okay, and I know that they subtracted 9. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing for the next 2 numbers. So I'm going to go from 36. You always want to make sure, just because you get it the first number doesn't mean that's going to be the pattern for the rest of the set. So always make sure you go through each one. So I'm going to go from 36 to 27. How did I get from 36 to 27? Okay, so again, I know here, if I do the subtraction, I'm also going to get a minus 9. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing from 27 to 18. Again, I will get a minus 9. So I know my pattern here is minus 9 for each one. Minus 9, minus 9, minus 9. So this one here will be minus 9. Once you do that, that will give you this answer. I'm not going to do that one for you. Okay, so 18 minus 9 gives you what? And that's your answer right here. Okay? So continue the pattern. Once you get to this last one, we know the pattern is -9, so I go 18 minus 9, and that gives me the number there. All right, number 3. It says the maximum capacity of the meeting room was 325 people. If it was filled to capacity during all 7 meetings, how many total people attended the meetings? So, let's look at this. So, I know the maximum capacity is 325 people. Maximum means that's the most that can get in the room. So the most that can get in the room is 325 people. I know that it was filled for 7 meetings. So for 7 meetings, it was filled to capacity. Okay, so again, maximum capacity is 325. That would be for 1 meeting. Okay, so 1 meeting, capacity is 325. They filled it for 7 meetings. Okay, so 7 meetings, each meeting had 325 people in it. So you need to determine what operation would make the most sense to find out how many total people there were for all 7 meetings. Okay, so again, these type of problems have come up over and over and over on these review sheets. So again, the maximum capacity for 1 meeting is 325 people. They had 7 meetings and it was filled, and each meeting had 725 people. So they want to know how many people were there total for all 7 meetings. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you the operation. You should be able to figure that out at this point. All right, we're going to skip number 4, and we'll look at number 5. It says use less than, greater than, or equal sign to figure out for 7/12 and 3/4. Okay, so the easiest way, let's put this up here like this. I just drew a picture, and when I was drawing my 12ths, I didn't do a very good job. You can see that's why they're not evenly spaced for my 12ths, because I kind of made a mistake when I was putting my lines in. But it's not going to make a big difference to figure out this problem. Okay, so down here I split it into 4ths. So I know this one I need to have 3/4. So I need to color in 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for my 12ths I need to color in 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I can visually see, I can look at that picture, and I can determine that that 3/4 is greater than 7/12. Okay, so again, when you get to these, just draw a picture if you need to. Again, I made a mistake when I drew this one. I didn't leave myself enough space, so I kind of crammed in my extra to make it 12ths. Try not to do that. Try not to do that. But as you can see, still visually, I can see that 3/4 here is bigger than the 7/12 up here. So again, just put in the correct sign for number 5. All right, that's 1 through 5. Now again, 4 we'll go over in class if we have to do it this week. If you get it in ahead of time, we'll pre-check.